coach. Just talk to me about just what you've seen out of your girls today and just this whole tournament.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got to see a lot of production from different people, and our bats, even though game one we didn't get to pull that game through, but I mean, our bats were on fire. They were catching balls that we were just smoking, and sometimes, softball's a game of inches, and it just didn't go our way that time. So it's fun to see them play loose like that, and offensively just, they know that they can do it.
And then, like you said, game one, it didn't really end how you guys wanted it to, but what does it say about this team's ability to fight and just come back after a game like that?
Sure. Just like I said, it's a game of inches. That ball goes a couple more inches to the left or right, however you're looking at it, and Kia probably scores from first on that. So it puts us in a good position. I think we can play comfortably, and it gives our pitchers just some room to feel comfortable and throw their game.
And then talking about those bats, talk about players like Georgia and Justine that really came in and just made some big hits for you guys.
Yeah, well, it just comes with their their experience. They're seasoned players. They've played in postseason. They've played in big games, and the rest of the team, to see them play so loose and just do their thing, it's fun to see, and they're just so darn competitive. So Jada Cody today with her first career home run. Just some exciting things for the entire squad, but they learn from each other, they get better from each other, and they compete within. So that's awesome.
And what's the biggest thing that you guys kind of learned this tournament about this team and just how you guys are playing right now?
Well, the biggest thing I learned is we made a few errors and kind of kicked the ball around, but it didn't matter. You got Kia go in there at shortstop and she bobbled a ball, and then all of a sudden she's made the double play, and then she makes the next play after that. So it didn't phase her. She stayed tough and locked it down defensively. So I think that speaks to our entire defense. Gave up a base hit, throw a runner out third. So it's fun to see that they're always looking for that next play.
You have 10 players already with RBIs just in 6 games. Just talk about that balance. And offensively, scored the most runs in program history through the first 6 games. It feels like everybody's just on the same page, really clicking and kind of where you, not necessarily where you want them to be, but definitely ahead of last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fun as a coach, and it's you feel comfortable as a coach. Like, we never get comfortable, but it feels good. It's what we've been working on. Their goal was to define and identify who we were offensively, and you could see we did it in so many different ways. The pass ball, the bunt, hit a ground ball, hit a sac fly, get a base hit a home run. So to do it in that fashion is what they've been working on and what they've been training for. And our whole goal is that one pitcher can't knock down the whole lineup. And so I think we showed that.
You set a school record for most walks as a team in today's game. Shannon tied the school record for most walks. And just talk about the patience and discipline. When you're facing a pitcher that's maybe a little wild, sometimes you can get yourself out, but your team stayed disciplined.
Yeah, no, I'm really proud of them. I didn't realize that we had the 13 walks, and I knew we were leaving people on base. Coach always knows that, right? But for them to do that, and especially, like you say, Shannon, a freshman, who had a big hit in game one, to come back and just stay disciplined and lay off some of those pitches, because even the strikes she got, I thought, were not the strikes she was looking for in the situations that she needed. And so it's just speaking to, we're playing mature and we're playing loose, and they're in that so what mentality with everything. So so what, let's just play our game, and I think they're doing a really good job of it.
5-1. It's tied for the third best record in school history. Best start since 2015. I know it's early, but what does that mean, especially for these girls that are off to a good start and feel good about themselves after a great fall and early practices in January really paying off early?
Yeah, well, it just gives them confidence. They know that the 2015 team is one of the best teams here, and so to match what they've done and see that, I mean, sometimes even though you work hard and you say keep believing in the process, like, you got to see some results, and to see those results and all the hard work that they've done in the weight room, training, in the cages, and in the classroom to pay off. I mean, that's like the ultimate, right? So I like where we're going. I like how we're getting comfortable, and I also like how we're still having people come off the bench and contribute. And no one's job is safe on this team because someone's right there behind you saying, you better take care of business or I'm coming after you in a positive, healthy manner. So it's exciting to have that.
Overall, great weekend. You hosted Clemson. They said, playing their first weekend together. Saturday, you're playing Clemson at Duke, one of the biggest crowds opening weekend in program history. Just about the great support, especially Saturday with a huge crowd.
Oh, I mean, it's just so awesome. Our game has just really come so far, even since even the coaches have played. And so to see that support and that interest in our sport is awesome. And I think the more we start rolling and doing what we're doing, it's going to get the community even more invested into who we are and what we are. So it was awesome to have those two ACC teams, and Indiana, the Big Ten team, and then St. John's. I mean, they hang in there, they stay in there. So it's fun to have the opportunity to be there and do it all at home in front of our fans.
Now you got Washington coming on Wednesday. They'll probably be ranked number 1 in the country. It'll be the fourth game or third team to play here. Florida State the last couple times played number 1 ranked here. Heather Tarbus, you go way back to your mentor. What's that going to be like for you to host Washington's second Pac-12 program to ever play in this field?
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know the Pac-12 thing, but Coach Tar is my mentor, and I think everything that most what I know in the game and what I do in the game is because of her, and so it has a lot to do with her. But when we're on the field, I'm not playing against her. We're playing against the game and our best game, and so she's just that other team during the game, and then after the game, I'll go up and give her a hug. But I think it's awesome to have the opportunity. Our girls want to be on that stage and to be able to have that platform here on our campus, on our home turf is it's just a great opportunity for these young ladies, and puts us in position to play the game at the highest level. So, but again, we're going to play our game. We're going to play against our best selves, and we're not going to focus on who's number 1 or who's number 250.
Going into that game, do you have to almost block her out, almost like she's not there, because you know her as well as anybody? She knows you as well as anybody. So
sure.
You try to make sure you don't think about that, I wonder what she's thinking. She knows what I'm thinking, and kind of avoid that.
I mean, I guess so. I'm pretty analytical, so I feel like I can kind of play those numbers. But if you get too caught up in it, then it's like paralysis by analysis. So I just make sure that I just go more gut check, sticking with my gut instead of that. But yeah, I mean, and that's the fun part, And I think that we both have fun with it if we catch each other on something like that. So it's awesome to be able to do that and compete against each other in a game that we both love.
All right, Coach.
Thanks.